It's your man Andrew coming at you with my first update video. First of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of my currently 203 subscribers. You guys give me a lot of great energy to keep doing this. I appreciate it. So a lot of love to you guys. Let me talk to you first about what I did this morning. Ran first race of the season, Run for the Heart. I was 2:34. Put on by the Knights of Columbus. This is a 10K that's 6.2 miles. It's out there in Yorktown Park. It is only a little bit of pavement you have to run on. For those of you that have just started running or don't know much about running, do not run on sidewalks. Do not run on asphalt. Do not run on the street. It is bad for you. It's really bad for your knees, for your hips, for your back, for all your joints. Don't do it. Don't do it. I see people up and down the street all day long running and doing this stuff. It is bad for you. I've done martial arts all my life, both striking and grappling stuff, and it's definitely taken a toll on my body. Probably need to have both my knees, some serious surgery on them. Issues there, and I don't like to exacerbate the situation by running on concrete because I'll feel it, particularly after running a good few miles. So that's definitely something you don't want to do. This race was started by my dad in, I think, 2003. He dedicated it. He started through Knights of Columbus. It's for the Run for the Heart. He put it together. My mother died of a massive heart attack in 2001, so he put it together sort of as a tribute to her. So I get out there, run it the last 3 years. I lived in the time he put it together. I didn't even know about it. He didn't tell me until I moved back down here, but we've only lived in this area for about 3.5 years now. I grew up here, but we moved back. I was up, put my wife through to get her doctor. I'm married. July 19th, I'll have been married for 10 years. I was up there. My wife, she went to a top 5 school for her discipline. She's a doctorate in IO psychology. She's a university professor now in a leadership program. And I was up there putting her through school, so we moved away for about 6.5 years. But I live now basically in the same place that I was born and grew up in. Of my entire life, I've lived in Virginia, though, which accounts for my southern accent. One of the major things I've learned by watching my own videos back, I have more of a southern accent than I thought. So some of the things that might sound a little odd to the people that don't live in the country or are from the West Coast or the Central or from the North, I'm a Southerner. I try to refrain from too many of these Southern colloquialisms, but sometimes y'all have to bear with me on that. I have a 3.5-year-old son, Ryan. You may have seen him running back and forth in the background, or hear him talking in a few of my videos. Now, of course, if you watch my thrift store videos, he's in a few of those. Help me out. He really likes those, and it's a large part of the reason I started doing them. To give you a few more details about myself, I have a degree in English, concentrated in creative writing. I have a degree in philosophy, concentration in religious studies, and a minor in sociology. All those really come into big play in what I do for a living. I am the chief project planner for a company. We are a global company. I have a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't really talk about a lot of the things with the company. But we work and will be working in projects several different continents within the upcoming 2 years. Now, as a planner, basically I do a lot of technical writing for the company. I oversee the training, and basically I'm sort of an advisor to the owner of the company. I work with our logistics guy, I work with our operations guy. I'll come up with the plans, tell the logistics guy, okay, you got to get this, and this, and get it to the plan. Get it to the operations people. I'll tell the operations people, okay, this is what you need to implement, this is what you need to do. They'll kick back feedback to me, and keep that circle going, so we have that fluid motion. I currently largely work out of the home, which is awesome because I get to be a stay-at-home dad and hold a job down, and I can just flip the camera on here from my home office, which is my living room, and just crank a video out. It's very easy to set aside 10-15 minutes to crank a video out during the day, and I predominantly work at night, so I'm a night owl. I stay up kind of late, so getting up like 7 this morning was a little rough on me. It's my wife's usually the one that gets up with our son, then she'll get me up later, and I'll watch him, then I'll do most of my work at night, and of course I get phone calls all day long. So that's what our family does for a living. And like I said, I'm a native Virginian. My entire life I've lived in the state. So with the channel I put together here, I'm sorry, looking at my notes here. Put some notes together for this. I have originally I wanted to do two things, and the first thing I put together was MMA and RPGs being my dominant form. And then you look back at my old videos, you'll see some MMA stuff, predictions for fights and stuff like that. I've started a second channel. Anyone that wants to jump on to see a second channel worth of vids from me, I think I only have like 12 or 13 vids up there currently, but I talk about old school pro wrestling. I talk mostly jank about the wrestlers I don't like. So if you like everything, I get excited, I get fired up, and I start talking about a filthy piece of trash and what they really deserve, and how they deserve absolutely no respect at all. And I'm talking about Greg Valentine and people of that ilk. Those of you who really like to see me get excited, there's going to be a lot more of that on that channel. I am less laid back, and sort of a satirical, comical aspect take on basically wrestlers or MMA fighters that I don't like, but also my MMA predictions for upcoming fights. Talking more about the old school wrestling, the 80s, the 90s, the 70s. I don't watch WWE anymore. I haven't watched it in years. I watch TNA a little bit, so I'll put some stuff on TNA on there. But I'm pretty much kind of on my way out on professional wrestling, I think. But I will talk a lot about MMA on there. So I'll leave the link there if you want to jump over there and subscribe as well. That's always cool. I like to see the familiar faces. And I just started the channel up because one of my friends, Maholim, really wanted me to keep doing those. And I didn't think they fit so well here. I got the thrift store find stuff going on. Big plug to My Collection 7000. Check his channel out. If you like the kind of thrift store stuff I do, his stuff's pretty similar to that. He gave me tons of plugs, which is the large reason why I'm already at over 200 subs. A lot of his people jumped over and signed up to view my videos, to sub out to me, which I really appreciate. I really do appreciate people viewing my videos, taking the time to like videos, taking the time to leave channel comments, taking the time to leave those comments. I really love the comments, and I try to respond to all those. If you hit me up in the inbox, I'll try to respond to those too. Particularly when I get it from new people, always feel free to reach out to me. I'll come back to you and I'll talk to you, explain, if you're new to the hobby or interested in the hobby, explain it as best I can for as long as it takes, or do videos for you. If anyone wants to hear a video on the topic, I'm happy to try to crank it out, and I'll give you what I can from my perspective on that. So that's just a little more detail on me, my perspective, where it comes from, and just to say really thank you to everybody that has subscribed. And I really do appreciate that. And for those of you particularly that are just kind of getting your feet wet, some of those are coming in from the thrift store finds or whatever, or just randomly sort of stumble up on my channel first. I know there are a few of you. Check out some of the other guys in the community's channels. They have some really great videos, some interesting things to say, some different perspectives than I have, and that could help you to get some additional perspective. There's some great young guys. They're gonna have a different perspective on this stuff than I do. A lot of energy. So let me start with the young guys. And I really like you guys' channels. I try to pretty much watch all your videos. Tabletop Titan, Alikov, City Sight, T Walker. Check these guys out. They have a lot of good stuff to say. Let me see. Give some more plugs. Robert J. Freeman has some really cool Warhammer stuff on his site. The Neruben, he's out of Germany. He has some interesting stuff. Really extensive reviews on Wraith and Traveler. Yuri Prime, Click Bang, the Gentleman Gamer. Always check him out. The Earl of RPGs himself, great channel. Sam Wise, Tim, great channel. Azric83, Aaron, this guy's a great on mechanics. Like if you have any of the games he knows, he probably can walk you through the mechanics. He's helped me a lot on Use of Masterminds questions I've been badgering him with. Very, very patient and cool explaining that stuff. Webhead, another great channel, a lot of reviews there. Bland, you know my man Rob Pepper, check his channel out. And if the thrift store find, check out BrylerCon, check out my Collection 7000. Great stuff there, and I really appreciate all the views and all the subscriptions, and especially all the comments. So keep them coming. I love the video responses. I love to keep it fluid, keep it interactive, and to be able to bounce ideas around with you guys. So it's very cool. And thanks a lot, Dave.